Sourabh Gupta is a senior Asia-Pacific International Relations Policy Specialist. I asked his take on the report and how it might influence President-elect Donald Trump's policy in the region.
The Trump administration has tended to disregard things, or Trump personally, I should say, has tended to disregard things which have been done by the Obama administration or have come out from the intelligence community. So at one level, we are talking of Trump easily ignoring the contents of this report. But I fear that much of the contents of this report actually feed into and reinforce his own beliefs about the world being in disarray, that America is wasting its time by engaging in international engagements and in the multilateral system, and that all that America needs to do is retrench, get militarily stronger, and get economically healthier, which unfortunately for him means at the expense of many of its international interests. So I am fearful from that perspective that he will pluck out the negative elements of this report and not see that there is, as the Chinese say, an opportunity for collaboration, development, peace, and prosperity. Once the Cold War ended, the US said, come on, let's build an international multilateral system. But for the US, particularly vis-a-vis Russia and China, and particularly Russia, the Cold War never seemed to end.
But is that all the responsibility of the United States?
Oh, no. It's absolutely, I mean, Russia has engaged in illegal behavior, obviously, in Crimea. But the US had made solemn promises, not legal guarantees, but solemn promises of limiting its extension of its defense perimeter, of NATO's defense perimeter, and now that's literally at Russia's doorstep. Even in the East and South China Sea, there's a lot of close-in surveillance which the United States conducts with regard to Chinese interests. It's similar to if the Russians were doing that in Cuba or right next door to Florida. The US would be upset, and was upset when it was the case with Nicaragua in the 1980s. So I think if a world is in disarray, as the report says, if a new major international system is to be created, you need the major powers on board. It cannot be security cannot be framed in such an absolute way where it becomes zero-sum and the major powers themselves are at odds with each other.
And once again, that was Sourabh Gupta, a senior Asia-Pacific International Relations Policy Specialist.